All my life, everything exists in the number of 3. My pens would be bought in 3 numbers. My jerseys would display the number 3. My mugs would exist in 3 numbers. Even my bishop uncle asked me to believe in the Holy Trinity. When you add numbers to my birth date, you would end up with the number 3. In numerology, a paranormal, absurd, divinatory art with absolutely no tangible or specific scientific basis of its workings, the number 3 represents the creative child. That means that the mess around me is not something so peculiarly unfitting. That means that 3 numbers of my blood red shades of acrylic paint tubes on my table, 3 remaining strings on my bass guitar in the corner of my room, 3 faces of brothers worn out poster on my ceiling, 3 paintbrushes lying on the window pane of my bed, and 3 dream catchers with no strings but feathers hanging from the corners of my dressing mirror, and even 3 orbs of deep brown irises on my face are not peculiarly unfitting. According to the numerology, they were normal for me and my personality. There were tastes of gold and metal in my mouth as I pulled myself up and hurried to the window. A golden splash of evening sunshine made everyone else look pretty damn beautiful. Then, them and their belongings in pairs, 2 numbers. A woman with her 2 children, a young lady crossing the road with 2 cups of coffee in her hands, and an elderly man with his 2 golden retrievers, a pair of sparrows out on the front porch watching the cars as they go by, 18 blue, 21 gray. My eyes hurt from the blinding light that leaked from the cracks of the road below my building outside. I turned around back to my solitary cave and pulled out a gun from my underwear. It was warm like my stomach. I opened the 2 red acrylic paint tubes and squeezed its contents out onto my bed, 1 shade of a darker red, like roses, prostitute lipsticks, and hemoglobins. Another one is in the shade of a lighter red, like the velvet cupcakes and diluted strawberry juice. But none of this is your fault. I pulled the trigger of my Smith & Wesson ported M&P 45 shield and a very silent Bang & Olufsen bag. 2 of my eyes lost its ability to see, and almost instantly my 3rd eye that was resting on my forehead watched the snapping of the strings of my guitar, the breaking of the paintbrushes on my window pane, and the falling of the feathers of my dream catchers. I lie in bed still as I look up onto the poster on the ceiling. 2 faces were splattered with red liquid, leaving only 1 youthful face smiling back at me softly. Thank you for sticking around, my 3rd eye whispered, and it remained open ever since. Thank you.